Creator, thank you. I'm here. And I thank you. Creator, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I don't know what I would do if you hadn't given me this opportunity to try to be a light while I'm in this reality, to do what I am trying to do. I just can't thank you enough for the opportunity to also have fellowship with my brethren, where we can get together, speak our own language. And really, this is the highlight of my life, just to be able to have this opportunity to, I wish I could explain, Jehovah, the gratitude to have an opportunity like this. And I just pray that you'll give me some wisdom. I can share it with my brethren. We live in a time where I perceive we're sitting on an explosion of events. I can't say exactly, but it just seems that my mind and my spirit, considering the confluence of events, and it just seems to me like the world is pregnant and the spirit has got to be born. The new earth that the Radiance Anthology speaks of, that the world knows nothing about, I perceive that there are an abundance of signs that are showing people who are not even interested in spirituality that it's time to build their foundation. And the problem is, I don't think the majority of people know how to do that. And I just thank you that much more for the soul confirmations. I firmly believe that you're showing that that is how you build your foundation, how you prepare the way of the Creator. And I think that you will probably end up showing us more things as we go along of what we should do in order to take advantage of the time that we live in, so that when you bring about the new earth on the new kingdom, the kingdom of God on earth as it is in heaven, so that this can be ready. I don't know how you're going to use this, but I perceive that you're going to show the world this and how they live and the blessing they're under. And I think you're going to tell the world our story of how we labored in obscurity, and we were a few people. We were flying under the radar. Our message, my brethren who also share and do videos, how they received no attention, they received no concern, and yet they labored on. And the world, true to form, always learns when it's too late. And I know I read in the Radiance Anthology that millions of people are going to be unable to inhabit the new earth, because the new vibration, where we turn from serving ourselves to serving one another, will not feed the old vibration of selfishness, of narcissism, of materialism and ego. So, Creator, personally, I just thank you that you're showing us that the present imbalance in the world today can't go on. It's not going to go on. And I thank you for the answers that you gave me that I'm getting ready to share with my brethren to some questions that I had the other day. And Creator, I just pray that you just glorify yourself in this video, that you would make me invisible, and that it wouldn't be my voice, but that it would be your voice speaking through mine, to glorify yourself, to encourage my brethren, and to just glorify you through your word. All right, brethren, thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to see you, brethren. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Jaquab Israel, and this is a channel for anyone who is a what we call an Eloist, Eloist. That is someone who is a doer of the will of the Creator. Eloist is just another word for faithists and spiritualist. I think it's another word. You can, people who feel a real burden to seek the Creator, who can subscribe to the OAHSPE, OAHSPE Bible. This is a room for you. This is a room for people who the Creator is speaking to them and telling them that now is the time, basically, that the new earth, the kingdom of God, the kingdom of light, that the time has come for the change and from the old to the new. We've been allowed to experience what the best that man can do, and the best that he can do is destroy himself. And so the Creator let him play it out, let him play his kingdom out, so that he could learn a lesson, hopefully, that he'll never forget. And so the Creator, right now, it seems as if he's teaching us to turn from kingdom of me to a kingdom of we. So welcome to my channel. Asenath, Elizabeth, good to see y'all. Thanks for coming in, checking in. And anybody else who comes on the live, on the video, thank you so much for joining me, brethren. And I want to share something real quick that, man, really blesses my soul. It just really it's like, man, the Creator, man. The Creator. And my mind be wanting to fight and say, man, it's just coincidence. Everything is coincidence, Everything is coincidence. And what I mean is yesterday, I said something like, man, I don't want to deal with the Uzzians. I don't want to deal with the Uzzians. And I got something on that front, too, to share with y'all, too. I've been talking about a brother that was reaching out to me, and, I had to be a little hard on him, and I had to be the Yaquab that y'all don't see on video, and I had to be tough with the brother. I said some hard words and told him that, some things like, if you don't like it, then, don't contact me. And I wasn't being, I was being justified in what I said. Basically, I was telling him that I don't appreciate you reaching out to me when you get in the jam and you're asking me to do this for you and do that, and, I said some tough things. And I think the Creator worked on him. Like, what he's saying is right. You've been kicking it in the world. You got all these so-called friends, but where are they now? And the one brother that was reaching out to you and you refused his friendship because you was too busy partying and doing drugs and having fun, and, now you see that he's the only one that, now I ain't trying to glorify myself. I'm just trying to say that, and I told him, I said, man, chances are more likely I wouldn't be dealing with you if the Creator hadn't said so. And because he wrote me some letters and I offended him and he was hurt and I was hitting him with low blows. And I basically said, yeah, because I want you to feel it. Well, anyway, make a long story short, he wrote me back. He humbled himself. And I told him to quit complaining about how your feelings got hurt and start asking me questions about spiritual things. And it seemed to have worked. He seemed to have humbled himself. Now, I won't know until, you never know with people. You got to wait and see if they, like we read the other day, and the Creator, he talked about, from in Radiance Anthology, the angels equated, people with a vine, and you could tell. I mean, if they're watering it with good water, or if they're not watering it, you can only tell by the fruit. So I'm only going to really be able to tell when the brother gets out of lockup, when he gets out of prison or jail, whether or not he was serious about our interactions over spiritual things or not. Only time is going to tell, but he only has a few months left, just a couple months. And so I don't think that when you only have a short time like that left, that I hope that, it ain't no use being false or fake, or it ain't going to get you nowhere. So, I mean, what good is it? You're going to be out in no time at all. So I'm just saying, I hope that the brother being real seems to have humbled himself and asking questions, sent me, some emails today and asking questions about spiritual things. I really appreciated that. Sometimes it just seems like, get a little rough with people and just lay it down. And before that, I had made some statements, or I think after that, I said something like, man, I'm tired of the Uzzians. I'm tired of them, man, and I was sounding kind of harsh. And I just let it, sir. Sometimes I get it on me to I'll just say it, man, not really. I mean, I like to care, about watch what I say, but I like to share things that go on in my reality, hoping that maybe you can identify, or, I may minister to you one way or another. And so that was a day yesterday where I just said, I think it was on my mind to just say the truth, I mean, I always try to do that, but there's some things, better left unsaid. And so I just said, man, looking back at the Uzzians and my dealings with them, now I do think people are beautiful because I can see their potential. I really do believe that. Astrology, it helped me with that, to see people's beauty so that I can look at people and see their beauty. But it's a lot of people in the world working on a lower vibration. It's a lot of people in the world, man. I mean, their generosity, their charity, and it's only skin deep, man. Skin deep. I mean, it's just only a thin veneer of charity, of what's a good word for self-abnegation. It's only like a thin veneer in people that I could see. Maybe it's just because out here in California, it's hard to live. It's people in survival mode. They just trying to survive, man. Maybe it's different in Mississippi, or Wyoming, or personally, I think it's an American thing because we under capitalism. But to get back real quick, I was just saying, hey, man, the Uzzians, I prefer not to be, I prefer not to keep company with them. I just don't, looking back. And I know they got potential, but it seemed like the Tetrax is really winning nowadays, that vibration. It seemed like it's winning to me. If you look at, well, anyway, when I was, after the video, I was thinking like that. And I'm telling you, man, the creator, man, I was thinking that way, like, man, I'm pretty satisfied, just, doing videos, talking to brethren. I'm pretty satisfied, man. I could do this all my life. I wish I don't have to go out and meet with anybody. I can just keep to myself, do my videos, and that'll be cool with me. I'm satisfied, I've hit my stride. I know who I am better. I realize that I believe that the creator is all that matters. I believe that he's shown me, just like he's shown you, brethren, what's important in life. And I'm satisfied. I've been around the block. I had my, done my time in the world, seen it, and don't really care too much for it, and hope I learned the lesson. Now, creator, when he get you to that point, then he can step in and hopefully you'll appreciate what he's doing with you, because he ain't doing it with the whole world. But anyway, I was thinking, I was in that mindset yesterday, and I got led to a verse, man. I got led. See, and I'm past the point of being amazed. Well, actually I was, but how the Creator keep doing things like this. And he led me to a verse where he showed me where it was like the angels, they getting in that attitude that I got into yesterday. It's like the Creator showed me this verse right here where it was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I hope I'm not misunderstanding it, where it's like it seemed like he wanted to show me, hey, look, I understand where you're coming from. Here, look over here where my angels, they said pretty much the same thing that you're saying. So let me see. Now here it is right here. Where is this from? The Book of Wars or something? Or let me see. Is this it? Did I lose it? No, this is it right here, right? So it's like, brother, I'm telling you, man, it just happens all the time, man. And then I got another story to tell y'all about something else that happened today. And so again, just to set it up, yesterday I was in the mindset. I was like, man, hey, you know what? I don't want to deal with the Uzians. And it didn't sound like a faithist to me to say stuff like that. It didn't sound like it. But it was one of them days I just came clean, I was, looking back, and then this dude in prison or in jail. And I looked back and I looked at my dealings with the Uzians, man, and it was one of them. It got built up and it came out like, hey, man, I prefer not to keep fellowship with them, if at all possible. And then I got led to this where the angels were saying pretty much the same thing. And the way I got led to it, man, it was just I basically just went to the OAHSPE. I forget. I don't even know what happened. I don't remember. And this just popped up. And I knew it, man. It come a time, you got to stop believing in coincidences. I'm trying to find where the beginning is of what it was that I wanted to read with you. Let me see. I think it's right here, verse 16. I had a good time yesterday, man. I hope you brethren did too. Brother Gerald came on. Dave came on. They corrected me on some things. I appreciated it, man, about the resurrection. And I think what I meant is Radiance Anthology. It talks about the new earth. The new earth and how millions of people ain't going to make it. I don't understand the details, but Radiance Anthology, and I read it on video, a part where the angels are saying that there's it's almost like a great pruning or purging, and how many spirits ain't going to be able to resurrect into the new earth. That's what I use the word resurrection. I said some people are going to miss it. And Daryl and Dave straightened me out that the resurrection is like the 2049 harvest, I think, is hi, Yaffa. Hi, sister. Good to see you. Sure had a good time with you on video the other day. You can see that the people, they like it too. When y'all brethren come on and talk, when I do the talking, it's like the numbers go way down. Yeah. But it's cool. It's cool, But when y'all come on and then everybody looks at it, but it's cool, man. I just want to let y'all know that when we get together and we have fellowship like that, and people, they like to see that, brethren talking, different brethren. And I like it too, And so anyway, where was I? The verse right here, verse 16. What book is this? What Book of Wars, right? Or Discipline or Inspiration? Okay, Discipline, right? Okay. Now, again, I was in that mindset, and I just had it, man. I just felt like I was saying, man, praying, EOE, increase your consciousness, because the whole world need it. Please increase your consciousness, bring it over the world, man, because people, we need that, because we're digressing. And don't get me started, man. I could go all over the place. So I was in that mindset yesterday after the video. That's what I was thinking. And then I got led to this where it says, now I just started reading and I picked up right here. And it says, come together, oh, all, he says, have time for the soul confirmations. I should wait till after that. Yeah, let me do, because I'm going to be into this a little bit, just showing, the glory of the Creator and how it seems like when you have something on your spirit, he answers it. He deals with it. That's all I was going to say to summarize the whole thing. I was under a spirit. I opened up the OAHSPE and I got led right to this. And it was like the Creator. It seems like sometimes he pull you aside. You say, hey, bro, or not bro, but son, I know how it is. The important thing is just to realize that, I hear you, know what you're going through. It's all right. Just learn from it. And then tomorrow, just be a better person. This is the way it's going to be for a while. It's all for your learning. And it'll make you, this is how you elevate your spirit, and also teach you how to have empathy for your brethren, And so I was better after, I got it out, it's about time for the soul confirmation. So let me do this real quick. My room on Facebook. Let's do this real quick and get this out of the way. So anybody is like new to the room, new to my channel, there are places you can go where brethren, they are sharing the OAHSPE, the latest revelation from the Creator, where you can go if you have questions and you can brethren can minister to you one way or another. Now here's my mom's ministry and also my room on Facebook, and where I can be contacted for brethren who are benevolent minded. Maybe you want to minister or hook up and have a target people who are orphans, disabled, and elderly. And that's where I can be contacted. In my description box, I got a link for donating to children's research and donating to orphans in the description box. Also, I have a list of my brethren who have YouTube channels as well. Also, there's ordering information for the Radiance Anthology, which I read from a lot, where they send it out for free for anyone who's interested in having one. So that's my room. I got a brother. His name is Omian. He's got a couple of rooms. You can send a friend invite, and he'll bring you in, and then you can just have fellowship with brethren that way. Brethren sharing from the OAHSPE. And so here's another room. I don't have it up right now. Another room on Facebook. So you can just make a note of it and send a invite, and brother bring you in and you can have fellowship with us. All right, time for the soul confirmations. So real quickly, do the soul confirmations. And if anybody, just read the left-hand side of the screen so you can get up to speed on what we're doing here. I think that this is a real gold mine right here. Oh, did I lose connection? It says I did. Let's see. Did I? Nope, doesn't look like it. So anyway, this I think is a real, I think this is a real gold mine right here. I can't stop thanking the Creator for helping me to find it. I think that the world, brethren, is not preparing. I don't think they know how. And they expect to just walk right into the inheritance of the children who are preparing. And I think what I mean is the new earth. As far as I can see right now, we're looking forward to the new earth. We're looking forward to the end of this kingdom that we're currently under, and looking forward to the new earth to come on this world. And it's the kingdom of the Creator, the kingdom of light. It's a real thing, and people don't know how to prepare. I mean, it seems like the Creator is telling us to prepare, Maybe you, brethren, have some verses you could share about the importance of preparing. I don't think we live in a reality where people even know how to do that. Prepare. Prepare. What do you mean prepare? How do I prepare? I don't know what to do. What do you prepare what? It seems like recently the creator has been just slowly using his channel or using it to lay down breadcrumbs. It seems, one of the things is what I mean is like, it seems like he's making me do subject matter that goes along with the previous subject matter. It's kind of like things that, go hand in hand. At the very last minute, I'll find myself doing another video and then not learning till later on that this is like part of the pattern where the creator is like giving a message. So today, the subject matter, the title of the video is called Ye or Slumbering God from Radiance Anthology. Real blessing to read that. And it seems like a bunch of preparation is going on. I see a bunch of preparation. And what Asenat posted the other day, I just couldn't get over that one. Oh man, that just knocked me flat, man. I mean, the one about Trump, how he was the 45th president, and now he's the 47th president, and 4 plus 5 is 9, and 7 plus 4 is 11. It seemed like the creator is using him left and right to say something. He's saying something, man. I mean, am I going crazy or what? Am I going crazy? Or, how can, he's a Gemini. He had a vice presidency. I better do the soul confirmations. I might pick it up after I get finished doing the soul confirmations. So anybody who's new, read the left-hand side of the screen and that'll bring you up into why we doing this stuff. We creating a vortex. It's like the creator said, we read a verse where the creator said, go make yourself. I hope you, brethren, don't forget that, man. I hope you don't forget it, man. I please hope you don't forget that he actually said that. He actually said that. He said, go make. Don't you think the whole world wants to know how to do? Boy, you know what I mean? See, read the left-hand side of the screen here, and anyone who's new, and that should help bring you up to speed as to why we're doing what we're getting ready to do. Okay, so I'm a little late. Let's get to it. What we read yesterday was let me see, which one did we do yesterday? I forget that easily. See, we did the intelligence of my soul rules every organ in my body. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. So now today we're on top right. My soul expresses. Okay, so on 3, let's all say it on 3. Get the create that vortex, create it within ourselves, and bring it to, and also get it into the world. We're going to do my soul expresses, top right, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. Again, 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. Again, 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. And there you have it, brethren. The soul confirmation for the beginning of the video on January 14th, 2025. We're going to do it again at the end of the video. Let me see. Asenat's got something. She says, oh, nope, you're not going crazy. I know, man. You know what I mean? Oh, man. All these not coincidences, they're not coincidences, man, but it's like the numbers you put out about the president, and then, just the whole thing, man, the Cosmic era, Pluto going into Aquarius, you know, Cosmic Day, somewhere imminent, the conflagration of events going on in the world today. It's like everything is coming together, an incredible increase in light and technology. And I think that speaks of the spiritual coming down to the earthly. I think the light is pushing the darkness down, 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 down. I wish I could be more specific concerning that, but it's so many things, man, where if you're paying attention at the creator, it's like he's moving, and it's very subtle at the same time. Let me see. Yeah, like Dave said, there are no coincidences. No coincidences. Yeah. All right. So that's the soul confirmation for the beginning, for this beginning of the video. Now, let me go back to, I was talking about this right here. Yesterday, I was in the spirit. I felt like, I was reflecting, and the looking, reflecting on my associations with the Uzians, and it just made me, I just I don't know how to say it. It just caused me to I don't know what even a good word to describe what I'm trying to say is. It caused me to um, um, be brutally honest about how I felt dealing with them. I don't think I feel that way all the time. Brethren, they need us. They need, if the world needs anyone, it's a faithist, man. If anyone they need is a faithist. So I came across this right here where it says, the creator seemed to say, look, let me comfort the brother. He's all vexed and afflicted, and I know what he's saying, dealing with the Uzians, and and so I read this. It says, verse 16, it says, "Come together, O all you who desire to rise to a higher heaven." And I read that and I just said, man, this is insanity. What I'm going through. Here, I got this on my mind. For some reason, I come right to this verse right here. This is crazy. And I think that's how to create. I think he's teaching me, and maybe it's the same for you, how to hear his voice. Things like this, like the sister put, it ain't no coincidence. This is a still small voice, how he come to you, how he come to your soul, He says, "Come together, all you who desire to rise to a higher heaven." He said, "My heavens are for raising the soul upward forever and ever." And your God gathered them together and said to them, "Behold, this darkness is more than we can bear." So now it's like the angels that this God is gathering, it's like they were under the same spirit I was under yesterday. You know what I mean? They say, "Behold," so here we have this God, he gathers the angels together, and they say, "Behold, this darkness is more than we can bear." They say, "Let us depart from here and inhabit heaven by ourselves." And that was exactly the spirit I was under yesterday, man, or the day before, whenever I was saying on video, man, that's it, man. I'm set. I'm done. I'm good with the Uzians. I'm done, man. And it sounds like they came under that same spirit here, what we're reading about. It says, "Behold, this darkness is more than we can bear. Let us depart from here and inhabit heaven by ourselves, where there shall be no wrangling, falsehood, malice, or blasphemy against our Creator." They say, and they responded, "Yes, let us depart, and we will covenant ourselves through Jovi." to never again reside in these regions. And that made me laugh because I think it was yesterday I was saying, like, man, you know, I think it was Dave who was talking about when you go outside of your mind, when you go into the, you know, um, when you go in outside your body, you don't feel your body or something like that. And I was saying something like, hey, look, man, when I go outside my body, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back, man. And then I read this part here, verse 19. It says, and they responded, yes, let us depart. We will covenant ourselves with Jehovah to never again reside in these regions. You know, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it seemed like the Creator at least was just talking right to me. You know, basically that's what I was like, man, I'll never want to reside in these regions again, man, please, you know. And so to hear that some other brethren were going through the same thing, it comforts your soul, is all I'm saying. So it says, to never again reside in these regions, nor with mortals on earth. It says, for does the behavior of mortals not invite darkness rather than light? And the answer is yes. It says, do they not want us for servants to find lost treasures, or to procure riches or social indulgence, or to entertain them with miracles? And see, so the angels saying, man, we feel used. All they want is for it. And then that brought me back to the brother who's in jail now. And I was saying I told him, I said, man, you know, you all of a sudden, you want to know me. See, you want to use me. And then I was talking about the world yesterday about how, you know, when they get jammed up, you know, then the first thing that come to their mind is any brother or sister who was known for talking about God. You know what I mean? That's the first thing that come to their mind, man. I mean, it's kind of a shame, you know. You the first one that come, you know, where's Asen at? Where's Nazarene? Nazarene Yassine Faithis. Where's Elizabeth? You remember, you got her number. Remember she was talking to me about OAHSPE, you know, Yappa. Hey, call Yappa, would you? You know, I'm sorry, man. It's a shame. It's a shame that it's got to be that way. Why do you got to learn when it's too late, man? You know? Verse 20, it says, thus, verse 20, thus it came to pass that the wisest and best angels departed away from the earth. Now, I want to now share about, you know, I heard from Brother Pete Harkins today. He called me before a little bit before the video, and he confirmed something else, man. It just not, I mean, see, you know, I can't take too much of what is happening to me. I'm telling you, brethren, I wish, man, you know, let me try to just tell you, he called me, right? And I was speculating on video, man. I think it might have been yesterday as well, or the day before. I was talking about I was speculating about how is the Creator, how is he going to bring about the new earth, man? How is he going to change the vibration from the me generation to the we generation? And then I started speculating. I said, I think that he's going to bring the situation on the earth to where people are going to have to help each other or something like that. And then, you know, because the Radiance Anthology, it says that that's going to happen. People, it seems like the Creator is going to put the world in a situation where you're going to have to be your brother's keeper and like it, love it, It seemed like the creator, his plan is going to be to put the world in a situation where you're going to learn to appreciate one another. It made all the sense in the world to me. Now, I was saying that on video, I think yesterday or the day before. And then the brother called me today, man. And he confirmed the very thing I was thinking about, you know. Now, I have to think that we just think the same way. I think that we just think the same way. Brother called me. He said, I think that the creator is just making it so, because he was telling me, see, he's in care. He's in, what do they call it? Where you take care of people, older people and, facilities, managed care or whatever they call it, where the afflicted brethren go and they need to be cared for. And, he's in one of those facilities for right now. And he said, I think that what the creator is doing is creating situations where they're going to have to get off of being focused on themselves. They're going to have to learn to be focused on the needs of other people. And then he talked to me about the wildfires because he's right down there. He had to be evacuated. He had to be evacuated. And he speculated that he felt like he solved the plan of the creator to bring the world to a situation where you just get tired of this man's foolishness. You get tired of the kingdom of man. The imbalance in the world. The way that we don't know how to treat one another. We don't know how to live with one another, man. And it's an old story. And we're supposed to be so evolved. And we just don't get it, man. We just can't do it, We can't do it. We read some verses yesterday about the creator coming down on people who I think it was Daryl. He showed some verses about the government in Archabon chapter 7, man. And he talked, and one of the things I think we read was where people, we in a situation where people take more than they need, man. They take, I was relating the story yesterday about out here in California. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you their face. I ain't going to get away from what I'm reading here. Now, I probably shouldn't, man. But this is what makes me me. This is what makes Yaiquab Yaiquab. Billionaire couple owns the water rights in California. See, this is what we were reading yesterday in the OAHSPE. These people right here. See that couple right there? These people right here, man. All because, that's why some of the fire hydrants are dry, they were saying, that the firefighters needed. And they own the water rights, these people right here. See, this is the type of world we live in. This is crazy, man. They can decide where the water distribution, these people right here, they can say, hey, okay, disperse this many gallons there, Oh, you can't see them. I didn't share the screen. Send this much water there. They own the rights. And so when the firefighters went to tap into the fire hydrants, a lot of them ran dry. Because these people, they own the rights to the water. What kind of stupid system is that? How you going to do that, man? How are you going to make it? How are you going to do that? Rich people and poor people, homes burning down, man. See, I'm sorry. I can get crazy. That's why this system, it's got to go, man. It's got to go, you know? Greed, corruption. You know, they own the water rights. How are you going to do that? You know? Ain't water, don't that come from the creator? I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to get bent out of shape, but that's why this system, it's got to go, man. See, it's got to go. Can't thank the creator enough that he feel the same way. It's gonna go too. So let me get back to that about the angels, and they felt the same way, you know. And then verse 20 says, thus it came to pass that the wisest and best angels departed away from the earth. And I happen to think that when calamities like this happen, the creator, he pulled angels away. He pulled them away, man. When man gets to a point, he can't treat his brother right, the creator would draw his angels, and then chaos erupts. Thus it came to pass that the wisest and best angels departed away from the earth, away from mortals, and away from inharmonious presence of the legions and spirits of the dead. And they inhabited a heavenly region by themselves. And they covenanted themselves to Jehovah to not return again single-handed to minister to mortals. He said, no, I ain't going back down there. Nope. Not me, brother. I ain't dealing with them more. I'm finished with the Uzians. Come on, Yaquab, let's go, man. We out. See ya. You know. And so, see, these angels, they said, nope, that's it, man. I had enough. I ain't going back there to minister to them, you know. And they covenanted themselves to Jehovah. I'm sorry, man. To not return again single-handed to minister to mortals. To not return again to mortals unless they came in phalanxes. You know, that's like a big army, you know. Phalanxes, right? Let's see what it means. Phalanxes. A body of troops or police officers, you know. They said, we ain't coming down to deal with them unless you send me with a Chinese army. You know, you send me down there. If you send me down there, I have to be with the Chinese army. Okay, and then I'll go back down there and minister to them. It says, and they covenanted themselves to Jehovah to not return again, single-handed to minister to mortals, to not return again to mortals unless they came in phalanxes, and only then when duly authorized and directed by the most holy council and their chief, who was God. And then it says there something interesting. It says, such then was the beginning of the second resurrection. Oh, shoot, I'm not showing the screen. Oh, man, sorry about that. I was reading here, and I hadn't been showing the screen. And they covenanted themselves to Jehovah to not return again single-handed to minister to mortals, to not return again to mortals unless they came in phalanxes. And only then, when duly authorized and directed by their most holy council and their chief, who is God. And then it talks about the second resurrection, you know. It says, such then was the beginning of the second resurrection, and the condition of membership required the renunciation of all associations and conditions below it. And the rank of all such angels was angels of God or angels of Jehovah, in contradistinction from the angels of the first resurrection, who know no organization for righteousness' sake. So now, Creator showing us the second resurrection is going to be about unity. It's going to be about association. It's going to be about, it's going to be about unity and us working together and, like-minded brethren, the second resurrection. And the Radiance Anthology, it talks about the new earth. And I remember saying that there are people that are not going to be able to handle the new earth because they won't let go of the old vibration. And so that's what I meant when I was talking about not making the second resurrection yesterday. And then Daryl and Dave came on and said the second resurrection or the harvest. I think I said something like the second resurrection. And some people won't make it. But I was referring to something different than, ultimately everybody must make the resurrection, ultimately, or be dissolved. But ultimately everybody must make the resurrection. And like Daryl and Dave were saying, it could take 100 or it could take 1,000 years, That's got to blow your mind. I mean, when you think about it, here we are in the body, and it's like we're taking the shortcut, it seems like. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like the benefit of the body is we take a shortcut. It seems like we shave off hundreds and thousands of years of ascension. Now I could be wrong, I'm just saying my learning is, So now it's about time for the reading of the word. So you can read this if you want. It's going to go into the differences between the second and the first resurrection, which is very, very informative, very, very important. So you see, this is a good read right here. All right, so it's time for the reading of the word. The name of the video is Ye Are Slumbering Gods. And I trust that you brethren are going to be blessed, come under a blessing from this reading here. The name of the reading is called Ye Are Slumbering Gods from Radiance Anthology. And I hope I put the page number in the description area. I can't remember if I did or not. But anyway, it's from Radiance Anthology. It's called Ye Are Slumbering Gods. So let's get the screen set. And may the Creator bless the reading of his word. Ye are slumbering gods. It says, your soul is a form of will. Your soul is a form of will. Understanding and feeling through which the will, the wisdom, and the love of the Creator can express. These essential attributes through which the Creator can express these essential attributes, the Creator go back so I can pick it up again. These essential attributes of your creator are organized into your individual soul. So that's important, the will, your will, it's like your will is subject to the inspiration you're under, right? You know what I mean? It's like you get the information through your senses, it goes to your will, and then your will instructs your soul, and then you bear the fruit of whatever your will feeds to your soul. So that's why it's so important. That's why with the world, it seems like if they're not introduced to the creator, if they're not attuned to his voice, then you're just an unwalled city. Anything can enter in, influence you, go to your soul, and your soul is going to implement it. And so it helps to explain the importance of knowledge and identifying righteous vibrations as opposed to carnal earthly vibrations. It's important that if we're not attuned to the creator's voice, anything can enter in and influences go right. Anything, get to, your will, and then that goes to your soul, and then that influences your actions. You act on it. Your will, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Your will is your source for like the direction you're going to go in. From what I understand, it's like, say, your hand, it's a representative of your will. You go to the store, you want this, your hand reaches out to grab it. It's like it goes into your mind, and then your soul produces the action based on what the will is telling you. I want this or I want that. And then your body moves in that direction. And so it says the creator it says the essential attributes of your creator are organized into your individual soul. They are revealed in the capacity of your brain for the expression of thought, feeling, and volition. Okay, so what I was just saying. It says you can develop your will to express more and more of the power of Jovi's goodwill. So how do we do that? We learn, we read, we read. And then that shapes our will. And then our will instructs our soul. And then our soul bears the fruit. It's like the soul is a microchip, right? You plug it in and then you code it. And then it, I hope that don't sound too kooky. Because it seems like the creator is saying, creator talks about using your soul as his headquarters, like where he operates. And it's like he's saying here, the angels are saying here, you can develop your will to express more and more of the power of Jehovah's goodwill. So it seems like up till now, man, we've been in a world and they've just had at us. We didn't know how to defend ourselves. We didn't know anything about the soul or the will or how they work together or how the creator, he uses the, how he manifests himself through our soul. We didn't know none of that. We were just out there subject to the vibration of the world. You know, they told us to sing, we sang. They told us to dance, we danced. They showed us commercials. You know, here, this is good for you. You see all these people laughing and smiling. Look, they drinking beer all day. Don't none of them get fat. You know, or you got a guy on TV, you know, with a 6-pack for abs, and he's sitting there eating pizza. You know, they influencing your will. They influencing your soul. You know, we take now, you know, it seemed innocent enough, you know, I mean, commercials, you know, trying to sell, but we read in Radiance Anthology where we born into a poisonous atmosphere. We wouldn't drink poison if we knew what it was. And the best poison is the poison that you don't know is poison. That's why things get packaged the way they do in this reality, you know. They give things titles that really the opposite of what they do, the destruction they cause. I can't think of any good examples right now. Maybe if y'all know of any, you can type it in the chat. But it says you can develop your will to express more and more of the power of Joey's goodwill. So I can take the things that come in to my spirit and I can influence my soul. It says you can learn to think. You can learn to think so wisely and constructively that your thoughts will express the wisdom of the infinite. It says you can cultivate so great a love for humanity that you will express the Creator's love for all souls. It says, by daily cultivation of these noble qualities of your spiritual nature, you will become conscious of the indwelling intelligence of your Creator. So there you have the soul confirmations. That's part of the daily cultivation. The daily cultivation of these noble qualities. Soul confirmations are noble qualities. Daily confirmation. Daily confirmation is what it help us help our consciousness. And that should make sense too, you know, and that should make sense in order, you know, what do they say? You know, faith is like a muscle. You work it, it gets stronger. Your soul is a spiritual brain expressing through your physical brain. Your soul is a spiritual brain. Your soul is a spiritual brain expressing through your physical brain. How do you like that definition? So the question is, well, what influences my soul? The will, you know, how we internalize information. It is an organized spiritual structure which gives form to the 3 spiritual principles of your mind: thought, feeling, and volition. The physical brain expresses in organized form only what the spiritual brain has developed. But the soul or spiritual brain has a vast capacity for knowing and expressing wisdom, love, and will, which it has not yet developed. Read that again. It says, but the soul or the spiritual brain, calls the soul the spiritual brain. In other words, using other words to express the soul, expressing the soul as the spiritual brain. It says, the soul, which is the spiritual brain, has a vast capacity for knowing and expressing wisdom, love, and will, which it is not yet developed. It says, when we compare the brain of primitive humans with the developed brain of a human today, we see how through long experience, the thought, feeling, and will, which were potential within the soul of the primitive being, have expanded and developed into our present mental capacity, meaning they couldn't, like, say, for example, they knew nothing about airplanes, so many years ago, but it was within them, the potential was in them. And then you come to our day and it was developed. It kind of goes along with that. Remember that commercial? What the mind can conceive to believe, the mind can achieve, is basically what it's saying here. Creator, he's showing us that our unlimited ability, it just needs to be brought out. And it sounds like Cosmic Day to me, when our consciousness is going to be increased. Sound like Cosmic Day to me. The increase in our consciousness. Now, I happen to think it's for brethren who prepare themselves. I think that everybody's consciousness is going to be increased towards the Creator, but it sounds to me like people who prepare, they prepare for a reason. Creator, he tell people to prepare. What are we preparing for? Why do we got to prepare? Why can't we just hang out and do nothing? So it seems like it makes sense to be prepared. To prepare for what's coming. You know what I mean? If you an athlete, you got to go to practice. Why? So that when the game comes, see, you know what I mean? I'll make my point, right? Hi, Amaris. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. You know what I mean, brethren? You know what I mean. I don't have to paint that picture, right? The Creator, we sitting here reading these things because we need to prepare for something. He's saying, why does he give us a book to read? Why? You know what I mean? Why do I have to read this book? Why do you have to read the instructions to bake a cake? So you can know how to do it. So I'm just trying to point out the danger that the world is in. Danger, man. Why? Because you ain't preparing. You ain't preparing your will, man. You letting all kinds of garbage come in. You letting garbage come in. You ain't going to be prepared for the new earth and the vibration of the new earth. The new earth ain't going to feed your vibration. It says, when we compare the brain of primitive humans with the developed brain of human today, we see how through long experience, the thought, feeling, and will, which were potential within the soul of the primitive being, have expanded and developed into our present mental capacity. So over time, but the potential of the brain, it was developed and brought out over time. It says, another 10,000 years, we'll see generations to come with a brain developed vastly greater than that of today, and greater advances than have occurred in all previous experience. So it only makes sense, man. Can you imagine 10,000 years from now, where we will be? You know what I mean? It's hard to even fathom, but it should make sense. And we look back, and they give us an example where we were, where we are now. It says what humanity now expresses of conscious knowledge. emotion, and will was latent in the soul of the primitive races. And what we will express in 10,000 years is slumbering in the soul of everyone today. Meaning, we got potential within us we don't even know about. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing, man. It gives you hope for tomorrow. You ain't going to always be in your situation, you know? You ain't going to always be, especially for you faithists who are choosing to begin your spiritual journey now, who are choosing it now that we in the body, we in the flesh, we begin our journey early, It's like we're brethren who wake up at 4 a.m. and then the rest of the world like to wake up at 8 a.m. We just got a head start. That's what it's all about. We learning, being prepared, preparing ourselves. That's the benefit of you brethren's faith. Is basically what we read here. It says the potential and wisdom and power of the Creator are now within your soul, awaiting growth and expression in the same way that the lily is potential within the bulb. Therefore, your soul is the seed of divinity. How do you like that? See, now you see the reason for the title of the video. Ye are slumbering gods. The same thing in the Creator is the same thing in us. We just haven't realized it yet. See, the power is within me to get out of this power chair. Really, it's in me. I just don't know how to tap into it yet, but I will. Or the technology is going to could come during the Cosmin day. When spiritual energy, when it meshes with earthly, wait a minute, I don't think I'm saying that right. When there is a combining of spiritual and earthly wisdom, I think that's the way he said. Cosmin day, combining of spiritual and earthly wisdom and knowledge, a common combining, Cosmin day, Now, why is the wind and the tornado all of a sudden in my room, man? What the hell's going on? Every thing blowing all over the place? Somebody let Daryl in here, man. Who let the brother in? Brother, it's good to see you, man. Man, I really got a kick out of talking with you yesterday. We had a good time, man. Talk about Archabon, chapter 7. Man, that was a good deal, brother. Yeah. I like to poke fun at you, I thank you for that correction, man. I needed that one. About the resurrection. That was a pretty good one right there, because I was making that mistake a lot on video. Oh, let me see if you want to come in. Or anybody else, for that matter. Let me put the link in the room. So, yeah. So, good to see you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Anytime you want to take over, brother, you just let me know. You know how I go in this room, Okay, you chilling tonight? Okay, it's good to see you, though, bro. If the spirit move you, you know what to do. All right, I'm going to keep going there. Brother say you're going to hang out tonight. All right, so it says the ever-present. Let me read that again. It says the potential, wisdom, and power of the Creator are now within your soul, awaiting growth and expression in the same way the lily is potential within the bulb. Therefore, your soul is the seed of divinity. Within it is a design of a godlike being of great wisdom and power. So how do you brethren like that? How do you like knowing, man, how do you like knowing that all things are yours? You know what I mean? We just waiting to develop it. So we just don't know how to develop it right now. We wait. See, the Creator, it's like He's going to give us these things. He's telling us about our potential. He's showing us history, where we see the early man. I remember reading in the the Colburn Bible, where, early man, he heard a bolt of lightning, and he immediately thought that the gods were angry. And they had to offer up something. And so that was their understanding at the time. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make a point about evolution. That's where they were back then. They were under that understanding. They didn't know any better. Time went on, and now you got men. They got it to where a man can basically fly. They got these backpacks they put on. They got cars that can fly now. You know what I mean? The evolution of the mind. The Creator, he tells us right here, you got that and far more. You brother, we all got this potential. I got the potential in me right now before you guys to get up. I mean, I could walk, but it's real. Each of my legs got to weigh at least about 1,000 pounds. So if you can imagine a brother trying to walk with, it's really. But I got that. The Creator is saying you got that within you, and I have to think He's saying I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. You ain't going to always be in this situation where you can't heal yourself. He's saying the same thing that's in me. It's in you. I just haven't revealed to you how to tap into it yet. He says, within it, the soul within it is a design of godlike being of great wisdom and power. This godlike image is not now fully awake. We don't know how to tap into this power. It's probably a good thing too, because you might get a brother who learn how to tap into it immediately, man. He's gonna put his brother to death. He found that now he got the power. The first thing he do is jump in his car and go to the brother that stole his girlfriend and strike him dead. That's the first thing, Now, I'm being facetious, but, to make my point, there's a reason you have to think that the Creator, He don't give us our inheritance now. You have to think that way. We need some more seasoning. It's like a parent. That's why, like a parent wouldn't give, you know what I mean? It should make sense. You're not always ready. The Creator, He'll say when you're ready. He says the ever-present has organized the self-image of love, wisdom, and will into your soul. Your soul is your immortal self. It will live and increase in wisdom and power forever. The divine form of Jehovah within the depths of your nature is awaiting the quickening words and stirring experiences, which you'll call His mighty consciousness into activity and power. How do you like that? Maybe it's Cosmic Day. Who knows? It says here, the divine form of Jehovah within the depths of your nature. It says here, it's awaiting the quickening words. It's like, here we are. And then all of a sudden, our shards say to us, Abu Babaluga, and you got power from on high, all of a sudden. The quickening words, abracadabra, Abu Babaluga, the quickening words, man, stirring experiences which shall call His mighty God. Now it somehow tap into some area of my mind, and I remember, oh man, I know how to heal that, Stirring, quickening words. Creator, give us the quickening words, but only when we're ready, so that we don't misuse our power. And stirring experiences, which shall call its mighty consciousness into activity and power. The soul self of you is the pearl of great price. How do you like that? Why do you think they have some in the world where he sold his soul? I believe that's real. I believe people can do that. They can sell their soul. I'm sorry, man, but I believe that you can do something like, I think you can do something like that, man. He says, the soul self of you is the pearl of great price. It is the highest wisdom to rid yourself of all your accumulations of past beliefs, even though it is a great sacrifice that you may gain possession of this immortal pearl of everlasting life. Your prayers for a selfish salvation, your desires for, I'm sorry, I'm gonna sound harsh. That sounds like Christianity to me. Your prayers for a selfish salvation, your desires for personal gain, your ill will, and all your beliefs in the superior importance of material over the spiritual have formed a shell of thought through which your soul cannot express its truth, its feelings, or its power. So it's like it's saying you blocked off your soul with you layered it over with materialism and ego. But your soul, so that it can't break out. You won't let it break out because you're too busy under materialism. You offended all the time, and so your soul, you got your soul in the shell. It can't. You got it locked up. You got your soul locked up, man. Break free of that materialism and ego. Fighting and hating, the white man, got his foot on my neck, your soul can't break, it can't, see, it says your soul cannot express its truth, its feelings, or its power. Why? Because the material is covered over the spiritual. You think about you always, the material is more important to you. It says, give as much time and thought. Give as much time and thought. Give as much time and thought. Give as much time and thought of the faculties and powers of your soul as you have to the cultivation of your intellect. So there's a difference here. It says, give as much power and thought of the faculties and powers of your soul as you have to the cultivation of your intellect. Meaning, see, the world has got it upside down. You got people right now that are in university and they study day and night. They give power to the cultivation of their intellect and do nothing for the soul, so that you can't hear the soul. You can't even hear the Creator speaking to you. You can't see, do y'all remember the story of my neighbor? Do y'all remember that? Old man, he was in a scooter and it stopped. It stopped outside my apartment. He's right across the hall from me. And his scooter stopped. And so he called for me and I came out. He said, "My scooter, I can't get it to, it stopped on me." I said, "Try to start it." And then he put the key in and he started turning it and nothing happened. And so after about 5 minutes of that, I went back into my apartment and I just said, Jehovah said, his scooter, it quit on him and he needs a scooter to get around. And can you fix it? Can you fix it? I think I said something like, "Will you fix it?" And then I opened the door. I told him to start it. And he put the key in and it started. And I admit, a millisecond before he turned that key, the time in between he turned that key and it started, that little millisecond in time, I lost faith. And I had it up until the time that he actually turned that key, and then I lost it for that second. And it started. And he started crying, right? And now, of course, the faith is going to see that and know immediately what happened. And I looked at it like an open door. And so I told him, I said, "Hey, man, you know what I did when I went back in the apartment?" And he said, "No." I said, "Man, I asked the creator to start the thing. And it started. And do you know it went in one ear and out the other?" He couldn't see the creator. He couldn't hear the creator. All he knew is that his scooter was now running again. He couldn't think to, like, at least give thanks, man. He can't hear the creator. He can't see him. He can't feel him. He can't acknowledge him. That's the Uzians for you. That's the condition they in. They can't listen to their soul. They cannot cultivate. They'll cultivate. Now they'll tell you all about their intellect, won't they? Just like it says here, or it says here, it's encouraging you, the faculties and powers of your soul. Develop the faculties and powers of your soul. I have to go back to the previous file and pick up. It says, give as much time and thought. Give as much time and thought of the faculties and powers of your soul as you have to the cultivation of your intellect. And we live in America where, they value the intellect over everything. They do. They value the intellect. They want to know what your grade point average is. See, they don't care if you can attune to the creator's voice. That don't mean nothing to them. They want to know your grade point average. There are some things that soul knowledge is better than intellect. It says, and your soul will respond. You dedicate yourself to the training up of your soul. I don't know. I mean, the soul confirmations is the best I can think of right now as to how you develop it, cultivate it. Maybe you, brother, know of more ways, but that's the most important thing in the world right now. Develop your soul. Develop it. It says that your soul will respond and prove to you by its enlightening intuitions, your sudden wisdom, your uncommon wisdom, your light bulb moments and uplifting joy that it is a form of the intelligence of your creator. The education of your faculties and powers, which equip you to deal with practical material affairs, is important for your life in this world. But the development of your latent soul powers is of equal importance to enable you to cope with conditions in this world as well as in the spiritual world. In fact, you are hindered in this life by lack of health, by lack of intuitive foresight and by lack of those qualities of soul, which would make you a more attractive and successful personality because your soul is underdeveloped. Soul development is as important for this life as for the next. Soul development is as important for this life as for the next. Because the soul remains weak by lack of development or grows strong by conscious development here and now. The present life determines the wisdom and power you will have in the life that continues after loss of the physical body. How about that? How about that? And it makes sense. And you know it's right. You know it's right. The present life determines the wisdom and power you will have in the life that continues after the loss of the physical body. The present life determines the wisdom and power. We all want wisdom and power. So that takes us back to the Creator. Takes us back to being attuned to his voice, to reading his word, to gaining knowledge, to meditate, to pray, to listen to his voice, to commune with your soul, to judge, go inside yourself. All these are things that determine the wisdom and power. But if it ain't important to you, well, just go and hang out, enjoy the earth, not caring anything about your soul. But then don't wonder why, you know what I mean? You're in the spirit, and now you spend hundreds of thousands of years before you can even begin to ascend. It says the total neglect of the cultivation of their spiritual nature by the majority of persons leaves them unequipped for solving even the problems of physical existence successfully. Now, this heavy statement right here. It says the total neglect of the cultivation of their spiritual nature by the majority of persons leaves them unequipped for solving even the problems of physical existence successfully. Now, I don't know. It's a lot I can say about that I don't have time for right now. It says it is impossible to have perfect physical health and the full intense activity of all the faculties of the mind without the cultivation of the vitalizing powers of the soul. Intellectual beliefs and philosophies are dull and lifeless substitutes for the joyous faith which one experiences as one cultivates the soul and becomes aware of the immortal life of the Creator therein. All right, that's it. That will conclude the reading of the Word. And Creator, I just thank you so much to be able to share this information. We read a lot. You're basically telling us that we are slumbering gods. And I think that we have already known that. Most brethren, they know that they are gods and that we are not what we will be. We know that we will be. We thank you. I thank you, Creator, for showing us that the potential within us is pretty limitless. It gives us hope for tomorrow. We know that it gets better and better, that the afflicted life for many brethren who are sickly and weak and in a condition that is very problematic to them, that it won't last forever. And thank you, Creator, for telling us how the importance of our soul means everything. It means everything. The importance of our soul, to commune with it, to meditate with it, to teach it, to confirm it. We can make our own soul confirmations where we tell our soul how we want to shape it. We can do battle against the evil vibration in the world. Creator, you've given us the ability to fight and to do the best we can to elevate spiritually. We live in a situation, in this reality, where we see the world does not care about the condition of the soul. It cares more about the condition of the intellect. And so, Creator, I ask for myself, my brethren, that you teach us how to elevate and ascend in our soul, to develop it over the intellect, to teach us how to listen to it. I pray, Creator. Thank you for this lesson. Bless my brethren with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, patience, and the soul confirmations, which we are getting ready to do right now. Just really thank you for this word. And there's no way that we can learn unless you teach us. We need to be taught your word. We need to be prepared. We need to be ready for the new earth. Thank you for the brother talking to me on the phone, telling me how he seems to think that we are going to be brought to a place where we're going to have to be our brother's keeper. It seems that that is your will for the kingdom of man, is that he must be taught through situations to sincerely care for his brother as we turn from a me generation to a we generation. So, Creator, thank you, praise you, give me this opportunity to share with my brother and have fellowship with them in your name. I thank you. All right, time for the soul confirmation, and I'll close the video after we do the soul confirmation, unless anybody wants to have a final word. So the one that we did, the soul confirmation, it was, let's see, which one was it? It's my soul, let me see. I think it was my soul expresses the divine harmony. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Is it my soul? Boy, I got it. My memory, man, it ain't good. Let me see, where am I at? I think it was my soul expresses the divine harmony. I bless these orphans. Does anybody remember which one we're doing? Which one is it? Oh, intelligence of my soul. Is that it? My soul expresses the divine harmony. Yeah, I think that's it. My soul expresses the divine harmony. I think that's the one we did earlier today. I mean, just so long as we do it, you know. I like to try to do the same one every video. All right, so I think it's my soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health. So let's do that, okay? 3 times together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. Again, 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. Again, 1, 2, 3. My soul expresses the divine harmony, which will bring health and peace to every part of my nature. All right, brethren, that's it for the soul confirmation for January 14th, 2025. All right, brethren, no video tomorrow. I'll be in Bible study tomorrow, so I'll pick up Thursday, Creator willing. And man, oh man, oh man, thank you again for joining me. Creator, I pray for my brethren that you bless us, you keep us. We pray for Cosmic Day, that you prepare us for the new earth and the kingdom to come. Creator, my brethren, and our ashars, that you would strengthen our ashars to lead us and guide us while we are in this reality. We're in the body. So, Creator, thank you for giving us this word and seeing your glory. And until we meet again. All right, brethren, thank you again. Bless you. Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. So until I see you again, peace be unto you, brethren. Shalom.